Hello students, good morning. In last class we have done about the Lenz law. Then what is Lenz law, how we can find the direction of the induced current by using this law, this we have done. Now next topic our the Fleming right hand rule. By using Fleming right hand rule, how we can find the direction of the induced current. Fleming right hand rule, there this one is the telling about that there we will use their right hand, our right hand there, how we will take their right hand like this one, as we will keep our thumb, forefinger, central finger perpendicular with each other like this one, these both finger perpendicular like this, these both finger perpendicular like this, perpendicular with each other, this thumb, this forefinger and this one central finger, these all are perpendicular with each other. Then as we will take right hand like this, then if we will keep our thumb in direction of the force, and this forefinger if we are keeping in direction of the magnetic field, then this central finger will indicate the direction of the induced current. Understood how we can find direction of the induced current? This Fleming right hand rule, this is used to find the direction of the induced current. How we can find? By using the central finger, that as we will keep our thumb in direction of the force and the central finger in direction of the magnetic field, then the central finger indicate the direction of the induced current. Like this one we will find the direction of the induced current. Now we are writing this one, if the forefinger, central finger and thumb of right hand are held mutually perpendicular to each other, such that forefinger in direction of magnetic field, thumb in direction of force, otherwise you can say motion of conductor. Then after this one, as we will kept both finger in the given direction, then central finger points in direction of induced current, not only current, that is induced current. Yesterday I told you difference between current and induced current. Induced current we are inducing that by using the electromagnetic induction phenomena, and current we are applying with help of the battery. That is a Fleming right hand rule. It is used to find the direction of the induced current. Understood now? Now our next topic, that is the motional EMF by Faraday's law. Motional EMF, how we can find that? Due to motion, that how we can find their EMF? Let we are taking their magnetic field. Here we are providing magnetic field. Inside the magnetic field we will take a rectangular box. In this one side of this rectangular box is a movable. This side is movable. We are taking this one side is dark, some dark portion, and this one here length of this portion we are taking L length, and this one portion we are taking X. Understood? And this portion is movable. We can write here A, B, C, D. This portion is movable part. AB part is movable. Now we can write here, consider a rectangular metallic frame ABCD in which AB conductor is movable as shown in figure. Here we can see that AB part is this one, and this can be moved, and remaining part is a fixed part. Clear now? Then area of rectangle at that time T is, then area we can write there, area equal to one side this L and other side is X, that this time at the given time, then we can write there area equal to L into X. Understood? L into X. Now this we can write their first equation here. Second equation, now flux linked with rectangular coil at that instant phi equal to BA. Then this in last in last class you have done about this flux, that phi equal to BA cos theta, and if B is acting and area is acting, both acting in the same direction, then cos will be equal to 0, cos 0 equal to 1, then we can write there phi equal to BA. Now area we have done in from first equation. Now put value of area, then area we can write there L into X, where A is area. Clear? B, we know that B is magnetic field. Now phi we can write there this one. Now due to change in magnetic flux, due to change in flux, EMF induced, then according to Faraday law, we have done already. Faraday law is given by, last class we have done Faraday law. Then electric flux we can write there E equal to minus d phi by dt. This I told you, that is the second law of the Faraday. E equal to induced EMF equal to d phi by dt, and phi is their magnetic flux. Now put value of magnetic flux. Now after putting here we can write there from this relation we can put value of this phi BLX. Clear now? E is induced EMF. Now B is fixed, L length also fixed, but X is changing. As this part is moving, then x will be reduced. As this one going outside, then x will be increased. So L length will be remain constant, but x will change according to time. With the time it will change. So constant term we can take outside and remaining term we can keep inside, dx by dt. Clear now? X is the length, then dx by dt. This, as we know that this relation dx by dt, that is the velocity, that is the induced EMF. Clear now? Understood? And direction is a negative sign is a indicating the direction. So if we will take this one in the same direction, then we can take it positive. So EMF we can write there BLV. This one will reduce, as this one will be reduced, like this one, this reducing, already one negative sign, that's why it become positive due to direction. So this one indicating that is the motional EMF. Clear now? Now induced current, how we can find there? Induced current I equal to E by R. As we know that by Ohm's law we can write there I equal to V by R. Ohm's law, what is Ohm's law? Ohm's law, then V equal to IR, then I equal to, we can write there V by R. From this relation we can write there I equal to E by R, because E also here potential EMF same. So put value of E from there, this relation, then we can write there I equal to BLV by R. It will be induced current. Understood? And now where is R is the resistance, where this R is resistance of the conductor PS. Three side of the rectangular cube has the negligible resistance R. Understood now? Clear everyone? This one is the motional EMF, motional because there is a one side is in motion, movable, that's why we can say the motional EMF. Again you can see this one. By this one we have taken there one rectangular frame in which one side is a movable, and one side we have taken L and other side we have taken X, and X is a changeable side because as this side will move in toward that direction, then X will be decreased. Then so first we will take area we can write there L into X. Then after the area, then we will find their flux we can write there BA. Then put value of area Lx, then EMF by the Faraday second law we can write there minus d phi by dt. From here we can write there minus BL dx by dt. This minus will be positive because this one dx by dt is a decreasing. Dx by dt is decreasing, that's why there is a negative will be positive. So E equal to BLV, this is the important relation for the numerical. And I current, induced current, we can write there induced EMF divided by resistance, and this resistance will be acted due to the movable side. Now put value of EMF, then current will come out BLV by R. Up to this topic you have complete in your fair notebook, and try to do solve your numerical related to this topic. Okay.